Alright, let's do this. And then there was 5. Yeah. So if I can keep it up and do one every day, I should be in really, really good shape. For the Advent. I'm going to do the Advent calendar, which is just going to be old Potteroos, and then I'm going to do the Dake Makaras. Trying to think. What should we talk about today? I got gonna probably get that, you hear that rattling that goes on every now and again when I'm driving. I'm gonna get that fixed, plus an oil change and a tune-up. Of course now it's not gonna go. There it is. You hear that? That's the heat pan. I think it has a bolt loose or something like that, and I'm probably going to lose it eventually if I keep going where I'm going. So I'm going to get that tied down. Yeah, it happened because I got the new muffler. There we go. I knew it wouldn't fail me. Yeah, so I wonder if they could pass laws, because I know that people are basically bullying people and they commit suicide. They can be an accessory to murder. Downright to being where they can be charged for their murder. I wonder if, like, people's vitriol, especially online, could be attempted murder. I mean, I think there's laws for hate speech and stuff like that. And they don't even see the absolute destruction of this country. They wrap it in patriotism and loyalty. And I can't make people be their own person. I can't, and I won't. That would be doing what they're doing. Every time I see a person who talks about like how the others are causing all their problems, and if they could just be them, you know, good Christian, whatever the fuck they're touting about, the laws in Texas freaking teaching Christianity in schools. It wouldn't be so bad if they understood their faith, I guess. If they went back to the core of it. Yeah, the answer would be love, and then they would say there's no need for it. The answer is to be the example of love. And that would be being a good Christian, in my mind. Somebody could tell me I'm wrong. And having people see the example, seeing a good example, a proper example of that, which I try to be. I swear I try my damnedest to be that example. And every time as much as I like the fact that people call me wholesome and people call me, you know, sweet, and people call me this, it's nice feeling that, you know, of that, but the truth is, like, I'm an example, and I have hate in my heart. I'm not gonna deny it, but I try so hard. I will defend that, you know, love was the answer, love is the answer, love will always be the answer. I mean, the greatest things in history, today, and for the future, have always been done with love. Not force. Christianity itself, that's its core tenet. Islam itself, that's its core tenet. The assassin to Muhammad. Muhammad forgiving the assassin is an amazing example of love. And I don't know if I'm that forgiving. I would never purport myself as a prophet, being a prophet or anything. feels like I think differently than everybody else. Because I try to be who I am. And I know in my heart that being who you are would be the best thing for you. I can't guide you. I can't guide people towards it. I can't even show, what would be best for them. I can only show what's best for me. And here's where the struggle is of it all, is that I gotta trust. I gotta trust that people are going to see that. Are going to want that. It's worth it. It's worth fighting for. It's worth having. I definitely think that I believe that even a horrible person like Donald Trump can be redeemed. He's got a lot of work ahead of him, and he's very old now. I don't think that he will ever be enlightened. I wish it upon him. I don't think that he could ever get rid of the sycophants and stuff like that. 72 million people voting for hate. I do not believe that Donald Trump could ever give that up in order to actually be the leader that he should be. I would love to be proven wrong. I did have somebody actually tell me that, the reason that they didn't like morning commutes, they actually told me this, is because the recent ones, I really haven't really talked about, you can go back, you'll probably find that I do talk about some current events and some political shit, and I talk about religion, the two things that you're not supposed to have in company, right? Religion and politics. But one of the reasons why they don't like the morning commutes is because I'm too political. And it might feel that way right now. But the truth is that I'm not. administration did what they could. Not as much as I'd like. Mostly because they had to repair the damage from 4 previous years, and they barely even scratched the surface. And I don't know. I can't even imagine how much damage can be done in these next 4 years with them controlling everything. Looks like right now to me is that they're just going to eat each other. They're going to destroy each other bit by bit, piece by piece. The liberals will be blamed for it, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. I do know that it would be more difficult for them to promote a message of love like the Harris campaign did. And look forward as opposed to looking back on our sordid history. And being the better version of ourselves as a country. And how does that affect me or everybody else? I mean, it allows us an opportunity to be who we are. I'm sorry that the person's not going to watch this video or watch any other future videos, because they'll definitely see, maybe not now, because it's political again, but they'll definitely see. My resistance to basically putting us all into one little category and being all the same, so that we can do whatever job, same job, whatever, creatives and artists and stuff like that, basically, not only frowned upon, but destroyed. We live in this age. I have recently been going through my list of followers on Twitter and pulling them out to try to join me on Blue Sky. And because I've been doing that, basically manual work, they have Twitter has basically deemed me as a possible bot. I wish Would it have been easier with a bot? Yeah, it would have probably been a hell of a lot easier to find people who created Blue Sky accounts. Probably been a lot easier. Tragic that the actual bot automated system on Twitter is thinking that I'm one of them. But it's nice to have everybody it's really nice to have since the beginning on Twitter and coming on over to Blue Sky. Hey, this is where we're at now. This is really what I look at when I see the 600 followers on Blue Sky. Guys are my core. It's like what I was saying before about these videos. They're not. I don't think they'll ever go viral. And as much as people always talk to me about them, and say wonderful things. No, the wonderful things they say. I like the fact that this is not for everybody. Going against, like I mentioned Bo Berman before, going pretty much against what Bo Berman reported, where the human condition is just conditioned to watch the same videos and do the same thing and be kind of in a rut where people don't even create new and original content. I say this is new and original content. It's raw, but it still will always be new and original content. there? Okay. I was going to park someplace else, but I'm not going to park here. They don't talk to me. If they do, cool beans in the comments below. Yeah, that's if you don't know what to ask or something like that. Say hi. You guys are so important to me. Even the person who says they don't like my videos because I'm political. Even that person. Very important to me. I'm glad they watched the videos that they watched. I'm sorry that it's on a subject matter that they didn't like. And I don't want to apologize for it because I can't tell you if this is going to go, I don't know how much worse this is going to get. I'm doom and glooming, this way through, but the truth of the matter is that I'm very hopeful that, either it won't affect me or people that I love, and that's you, and if it doesn't, I got millions of other things I want to do. I want to push forward. I would love to push past this. But it definitely feels like this is a subject that we are at right now. This is something that needs to be talked about. Because if the democracy falls, I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect under a fascist regime. I know what I think is going to happen, but I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect when criminals are running our government. Or exposing the fact that criminals run our government, depending on how you want to look at it. And basically them giving the okay. It's not okay. Recompense is definitely a word that I will probably be using a lot. And that is how people should apologize and say they're sorry for the damage that they did. And I firmly believe that. And I have to tell you, I'm not immune to it, and it was very, very difficult. I've been through the 12-step program. I know, that part of their thing is to make amends wherever possible. Well, part of making amends is recompense. And, you gotta repair the damage that you do. It's not a free pass. You don't get a free pass to be an asshole. And again, Jan, now 47. Um, ever even begin to scratch the surface on that? I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. But man, would it be glorious if he did. We would be such a strong country if he did. And who knows? He could be the great president that these sycophants are freaking thinking he is, and not in the way they say. All right, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a fantastic time doing it. And I'm kind of getting called in, and I don't want to um, do any craziness. All right, so take care of yourself.